Hey guys, DJ Maniac Mike here for you, and I'm back at you tonight with another tobacco review. This is going to be another one of those rare tobaccos as far as the states go. And I actually did a unpackaging video. It was my last video before this, and I went directly into the tobacco itself afterwards to do the review for that, but I didn't really care for the review, and it's just one of those tobaccos that I really had to kind of sit down and smoke a time or two before I could really give an accurate opinion on it. So I held off on that review, and I'm back at you tonight. Hopefully I'm able to give you a little bit better of an idea. This is the piece of Douz, which I covered yesterday in my unpackaging. If I'm mispronouncing it, please forgive me. I'm really not certain, but it is a traditional tobacco from the Tunisian town of the same name, Douz, and it was supplied by Hajo from hookahpro.com. If you're familiar with him, he does a lot of traveling, and he makes it possible for some of us here in the States to try some of the tobaccos that he comes across in his travels, this being one of them. The last stuff he had was called the Aros Evening Reward Blend, and to make a long story short, some folks that wasn't able to get in on the Aros they got this instead. Myself, I contacted Hajo's partner here in the States, Adam, to see if there was any left, if I could get some, and much to my surprise, he actually sent me some out before I actually inquired about it. So again, a very special thanks to Hajo and Adam for including me on this, and especially since I am one of only 6 people here in the States to try it. Their purpose is to kind of educate people as far as smoking hookah is not all about modernized tobaccos, candied tobaccos, but there are other stuff out there. It might take a little bit for us to get, but it is possible, and there are some great tobaccos that you can actually buy here in the States, going beyond stuff like this. But to get into the review, guys, it is very fine cut, very black, and very, very wet. I know that my webcam is not the best of cams, but hopefully you can kind of pick up on that. That was another reason I wanted to hold off on the review, because I used my digital camera yesterday, and for some reason I'm having problems with that. It keeps cutting out the sound, so I reverted back to the webcam. Anyway, the smell of this, folks, guys, is just a very spiced tobacco. Very, very spiced. And I suck at depicting spices, really. It does have kind of a, I don't want to say sweet, but along with the spices, there's something else going on in there that's really noticeable. And I almost want to say it's clove, which I'm not a big fan of clove by itself. Mixed with other stuff, I don't mind it. And overall, this is a very, very nice smelling tobacco. I suck at depicting spices, pinpointing spices. However, my roommate, to be totally honest, folks, he can probably tell you what a rat ate 2 weeks ago just by smelling one of his turds if needed be. So I asked her what she thought of this, and she comes back with, it smells like NyQuil. Which I don't want to say that, but I can see where she's getting at with it. It's got like just a spiced smell with something sweet in there. I'm using my Cam Kamanja Crown Hookah's micro funnel, 2 rosin coals, a single layer of heavy duty Reynolds wrap, and a KM hose. It's been cooking for a little while now, folks, so hopefully I can show you a little bit and tell you some about the flavor. It's starting to get going, folks. I had it going, and then as I was talking to you, it kind of died out a little bit. But so it does have nice clouds. Definitely something you're not going to want to hoover, folks. You kind of want to take your pulls intermittently. It does have a very high level of nicotine, so you're going to want to be careful with it. I'm just doing this to get those clouds built up so you can kind of see. As far as the flavor, it does have a spiced flavor to it. It's not really as strong a flavor as the smell, but with each pull, more and more stuff is happening, and that's another reason why I wanted to take the time and do a re-review on it before I actually send it out. I don't want to say it tastes like NyQuil, because it by far does not. Again, it doesn't really have a very potent flavor right now. Definitely not as strong as the smell, but it is very spicy, and I'm still going to say that there's probably some clove in there. I could be wrong, but I do want to say there's some clove. You get a little bit more of the spices through the nose exhale. All in all, it is a very spiced tobacco. It's very smooth, very mellow. Definitely something you're going to want to sit back and really kind of focus to be able to depict the spices and to really enjoy the textures of the flavors. There's a lot going on in there. It came out again about the same time as the Aras. They're both from Tunisia. So they are very similar as far as tobacco goes, but there are some differences. The Aras, I remember, had a very liquid smoke type smell and taste. This does not have that so much. It does have a natural, very earthy tobacco taste, which I love. I love that taste. And going along with all the spices, it makes it a very nice blend. The Aras, like I say, it was a very spiced and natural tasting tobacco too, but it did have kind of a liquid smoke taste. This doesn't have that, but it still has the spices, I think, that the Aras did, or a lot of the same spices anyway. I don't want to say all of them, but a lot of the same ones, just minus the liquid smoke smell or taste. So overall, it's very good. I like it. I enjoy it. I love traditional tobaccos, and I highly recommend them to anybody if you can. Everything I've gotten from Hajo and Adam has been excellent, much to my liking, and they've all been a perfect rating. This is not going to be any different. It's going to be a 10 for 10 for the piece of Douz. I'm going to go ahead and sit back and try to enjoy this, folks. If I pick up on anything else, I'll come back and let you know. But just overall, it's just a very spiced tobacco, very natural tasting, and just very, very good for a traditional tobacco. So 10 for 10, piece of Douz. It's going to be DJ Maniac Mike signing out. Until next time, guys, smoke on. See ya.